Hello and welcome to another episode of TMI Tuesdays with usually your host Tonk. He's running late. Show must go on. Figured I'd go ahead and get the stream rolling. He did send me the email with the itinerary for tonight, so I know he has some subjects he's ready to get in on. But we'll wait for him. We'll get it going. I'll go ahead and do the ordealio on our way in. Make sure everybody's hitting the like button on their way in. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, or X, not Twitter, come on over to YouTube at the Fins Tailgate. Subscribe here on the network. Shout out to everybody in chat. John in here. What's up, John? Jay, don't tell my heart, my ache and break your heart. Brian's brains. I don't know what you're saying, Brian. DTA in here. What's going on, buddy? Everybody, thank you for coming in. Hit the like button. What's up, Color?
You saw the text, right?
No, I didn't.
10 minutes, he said.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, and also
I can't get the group text on the laptop because it's a Mac and it won't.
Oh, I see. You don't have the phone link, the Windows link, right?
No, I don't. But I'll go ahead and do the rundown real quick.
Well, real quick, just so you know, HB might want to do a recut of Tonk's intro. It's still showing. It's still showing the man who won us the game the other night, Jaceki, in the last cut.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I might have to get some redoing. So, guys, make sure you're checking out all the great content we have here on the network. Myself, El Capitan with the Fins Tailgate. You got Color Commentary coming at you, doing all of his shows in the morning, all that good stuff. You got Ali in the mornings with Top of the Tailgate, Broken Takes, Late Night Exhale on Saturdays, Shake Money and Lou, a.k.a. the Rabid Dolphin, with the midday shows with the Drive Time and the Smoke Lounge. Also, make sure to check Lou, the Rabid Dolphin wrap-up show after the game on Sundays. KP with all the fantasy aficionado that you need, all the good stuff. Crypto coming at you on Monday mornings at 11 a.m. and also Thursdays. And then right now, you're already here with Talk TMI Tuesdays. So make sure you guys are checking out all that great content. Make sure you guys are checking out our affiliates at Fanatics and also our friends with Backroom Collections and W Energy Drink. All that good stuff. Hold on, I got to switch over for it. All that good stuff and all the things for W and Backroom Collections. You can use offer code TFTG to get 10% off of your purchase, and you can find all that good stuff on the website at tftgnetwork.com.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
So yeah, tftgnetwork.com. And without any further ado, I'll bring up the host of TMI Tuesdays. What up?
Yo, what's going on? Sorry I'm late, but it's always a good reason if I'm late. So
I like that hat you got on. Yeah.
Like the emoji.
Yeah.
So yeah, I came in right after the credits were rolling with the talking and the credits. So I figured it was a good time to jump on in.
Perfect timing.
So hello everybody. I'm back in Seattle. It's been a couple weeks. I was on the airplane last Tuesday. So there was a baby next to me and then something resembling a parrot next to me. So I was like, it's probably not a good idea to do a show.
Something resembling a parrot?
Yeah.
There was an animal next to you? Or just a parrot person?
Remember that video where the lady is like freaking out? She said that she saw some weird dude in the back. He was kind of something like that.
Yeah.
So
aliens got to get around too, Tom.
Hey,
aliens got to get around.
We don't discriminate. The airline does not discriminate. United Airlines, they got movies. They don't discriminate. You know what I mean? And you can buy a quick ticket home, if you need to. So it's not a bad airline. I ain't complaining. I wasn't complaining about that. Excuse me. So yeah.
Fanatics.
So anyways.
So you ready to get this rocking and rolling?
I am ready. I am always ready, especially if I'm late. All right. So I have to give credit to Ali the Persian for this one. He first mentioned it in the group chat we have, the XFL and USFL potentially merging. So I just went and Google searched it real quick, and I think this is amazing. I don't think it's going to impact the NFL really in any way because of when these teams usually operate. So on the off season of the NFL, so the competition is very small, and then at the same time, it gives players an opportunity to play year round. And if the XFL and USFL are emerging, then it's just more potential there. It's kind of like, what was that other league in 2019? The AF, American Alliance Football.
Yeah, that didn't last very long though. I think it only.
Remember when Steve Spurrier went undefeated in Orlando?
Yeah, I do.
Like, I want to see stuff like that happen again, and just give players the opportunity. Like, what's his name, who was playing I believe he was in the XFL this season. He played for Alabama. He was the quarterback for Alabama when they won like 3 championships in 4 years. I forgot his name, but it was really good to be able to see him.
There's plenty of teams that signed guys from the XFL and USFL this year. They brought on a lot of guys. They had like a supplemental type draft or some shit.
That's dope. And they had an XFL draft too. It was, I don't know, it was a few months ago. But they drafted people, and it's just, it's just now we can almost have a difference between players who go to college looking to just go to the NFL and then players who just go to these other leagues. So is this going to impact other things that go along with college too? Because it was mentioned in the group chat that it might impact the NFL. I think it'll only help the NFL. Really. I really think this will only help in the NFL, especially if they merge. And then just, like The Rock is obviously really, really trying to push this harder and harder. And I think it's really, AJ McCarron. Yes. Actually, they got beat out by Seattle to make it to the playoffs. But
bitches. AJ McCarron's ancient anyhow at this point. But hey, listen, you got juice and you want to play. Yeah, AJ McCarron's like 36, 37 now, maybe older than that. And he's had his time in the NFL. It's just been lackluster to say the least. But again, first of all, how much money does The Rock got? Holy cow, this guy. But yeah,
I like not enough to give to Hawaii. I know that.
Apparently not. Him or Oprah. They got their own shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to do with my Bentley when the freaking trees are on fire?
Yeah. Man. I mean, they want me to give $40. I ain't got $40. I just had to pay a bunch of dental bills on.
Dude, I should already have a donation from when I bought season tickets to your league, Rock.
Yeah. Dingleberry.
So anyways, I don't even know what you were saying. I'm sorry, Jay, who don't ever say the XFL and USFL stink. They don't stink. They're actually amazing. Maybe they just don't have a league in your state yet.
No, they stink.
Dude, Seattle Sea Dragons games were dope.
Listen, you got to look at it like this. I remember Arena Football League. It's competition that is.
It's better than arena football. It's way better.
I don't know. Arena football is pretty cool because they would slam each other against the wall. But
that's like field hockey or hockey without the puck and ice.
Hey, whatever. We got a friggin' Hall of Fame quarterback out of Arena Football League. So, and Kurt Warner. Anyhow, there's the competition is equal on that playing field. There are guys that didn't get brought into the NFL, or they're old NFL players that, their time has come and they're over with, but they don't think so. And maybe teams are wrong. Evaluators are wrong. Guys that have had injury history, things like that. So I like it. I think it's necessary. And as long as it is an off-season NFL thing for this, it's gonna be successful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, there's no way they'll try to compete with the NFL like that. There's no way.
I think Chat should have Tonk come in and be the XFL freaking game watcher and thing on the off season. That would be great.
So Tonk, I think you're right about the okay, now obviously impact usually kind of seems heavy and negative, but
a second chance too.
I prefer.
I think there is an impact, and the impact is positive for sure, because, and I even say go further, like not only be able to have an avenue. Forget the older guys too, but what about the avenue for the guys that they just don't want to go to college, or they want to come out but want to get paid to play football before they can hone their skills and get NFL worthy, you know what I mean? Because some guys might need that middle ground to start with, and so that's going to open up a lot of competition for the NFL. But as teams start to pick off of that, obviously they'll have to conform to salary cap rules still and all that. But I'm even thinking like have a team like the way they do it in baseball, where like a team actually sponsors, like they sponsor one of the other league teams, and they get exclusive pickings off, sort of like an extended practice squad. You know what I mean? They can actually protect players on that team. That's how I perceive the future on that.
Well, they did have something similar to that when they had there was some.
Yeah, there was. That's right.
It was like a combine. It was like an XFL combine.
Not only that, Tonk, but if you remember watching those games, there was several players that would have a little logo of the team that already spoke for them. You know, because some of them guys would already be getting contracts with, or were already contracted with some NFL teams. So they'd put like a little logo on their helmet, or they would say in the thing, "Hey, this in parentheses, this guy, you know, is spoken for already by one of the main teams."
Yeah, and maybe we'll get more states with teams, because I think the AF, they had a team in Alabama, the Birmingham Irons or something like that.
Exactly, because it doesn't have to be the same 32 cities.
No,
but there could be 32 teams.
It could be 32 other cities, color.
Right, but one for
I would make that a requirement.
Right, but one for each team. So like our minor league team, our minor league team might be in Alabama or Georgia, but it's still ours. You know what I mean? It's close enough. You know,
it's only going to be it's going to happen. I believe whatever is going to happen is going to happen for the better. And I'm super excited for it because tickets are cheaper, parking is cheaper.
Right.
We have the infrastructure for it, and we have the fan base that wants football year round. I'm one of those fan bases. So yeah, I'll be the XFL ambassador if y'all want.
I agree. I want football year round.
There you go. And
football year round is dope. Plus, it gives us more to talk about, especially like it is. I think it's better than like a G League or a summer league,
like a farm system. It could be the NFL's farm system.
It's better than arena football.
And again, the teams don't have to be in the same city. Like Crypto was referring to, like the St. Louis Cardinals farm team is in Memphis, Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have teams in like North Dakota or Montana.
We got Arizona and Sarasota for the Cubs and the White Sox. Totally two different states, but the same city, same team.
Yeah, when Ali first posted it, I was like, "Oh, damn, that is so awesome to hear."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I love it.
I'm
love
really
it. Give me more. I want it all.
Definitely.
But I think California and Florida should be excluded. Their farm team should be somewhere in Alaska or Hawaii or somewhere.
Alaska. The Alaska.
I'll put together an all-time high school football team with seniors in Florida, and they'll win it all.
And it's like Seattle. I mean, we had basketball taken away, NBA, but like, if like living in the city and knowing the city, it makes sense that we have two different XFL teams. I mean, the Sea Dragons versus Dragons, but we still got a team back because that's how much the city loves its sports. And like, they were not losing another team again. I think it was one of the big reasons why we were able to keep a team, even though they had to change it a little bit and all that. But it's the city loves the sports. It's freaking crazy, especially in the summertime here. It's just insane.
Ready for the next thing?
Yeah. What do we got?
Everybody hit the like button.
Oh yeah, please, especially for this. This story is just so awesome. I don't know if anyone watched the game on Saturday. How intense, how just incredibly intense it was, and how they came back to win. And there was fights before the game. There was fights during the game.
I missed that part.
Oh, dude, man, that game. Oh, man, it was so awesome. I mean, there were some bad things that happened. Like there was a really bad hit, personal foul. I think on number 12 was maybe. I think that was a player who got hit.
Gutted him.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Gutted.
I mean, I don't know how that player is doing. I forgot to look up his name, but he got hit hard. Like, I mean, we're talking like it was bad, but I mean,
builds character.
I've personally, I mean, as far as like watching sports where I really remember and paid attention and learned, I can't think of really anybody else like Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, what he's doing, how he's done it. And like, regardless of people liking it or not liking it, I don't know where he was coaching before Jackson State, but like he put Jackson State on the map like this, like as quick as you can hit the like button, is how fast he turned Jackson State into a challenging football team. And now they're doing well even with their other coach. And then look how good Coach Prime is doing now. And he's got 2 of his sons on his team. It's just, I don't know. I'm just like, it's crazy like to see a scenario like this happen. And just how well he's doing. And you see the adversities they've gone through during the game, and to come back to win. It was just crazy when they had to go for 2 to tie it at the end. It was insane. It was so amazing. I'm so glad I live over here and I didn't have to stay up till 2:30 in the morning. I know it was late on the East Coast. I know it was late. I know, especially when it got all the way to second overtime. Third overtime is where they start you at the center of the field.
Yeah, but being real, they should have beat the hell out of that team. I get it. It's a rival game.
It's a rivalry game. Like we saw this in the 90s with the Gators and the Knowles. It was like it would. I don't know. I don't know what it says about the teams, but I just think that game was just. I didn't even know what to think if Colorado would have lost, how it would have looked. You know what I mean? Like, how would it have looked at the end if it was Colorado who lost instead of Colorado State? But I don't know. I don't think anyone can predict how it would have went. But
yeah, it could have got real ugly. I know they're still ranked. I don't really know exactly what kind of who their opponents are coming up, but we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. It is, a program on the turnaround. Yeah, it is a program on the turnaround. When it's all said and done, is Prime going to have that team ranked inside the top 10? If he does that and has them looking at big-time bowl games and winning them, or even in the college playoffs, there'll be no stopping him from having his choice of what NFL team he'll go to. And, it would be crazy.
Is that his goal? I don't know. Does anybody know his goal? I think he's just doing the best he can, and then whatever comes up, if he wants it, he takes it. If not, he stays.
I don't know. I think right now he's just focusing in on his sons and doing right by them and everything like that, and coaching this organization that he's at right now. But where's it going to be? What's going to be the future? I don't know. It's going to be.
Dude, imagine having a son that got a pick 6 and ran in for a touchdown, and then another son who's throwing it in to score 2 to freaking tie the game. It's like, these are your kids out there like dominating.
Well, they are Deion Sanders' kids.
I know, but still, it's not.
Like,
I've never seen anything like this before.
Well, if anyone's going to have children's that's going to be football players, it should be ex-football players. Mm-hmm. And, it's not like they come from hard times. They can get good medicine, good food, good friggin' practice, coaching, their dad.
Maybe.
If anyone's going to make it, it should be that. And there's a lot of families that are like that. Pac-Man Jones, he talked about he's going to have enough kids to – in the next 10 years, you're going to see Pac-Man Jones Jr. running around in here. He's got 100 kids, that guy. So
yeah, all right. For the next 6 generations, you're gonna have.
You're gonna see generations and generations of Pac-Man Jones the 11th. You know what I'm saying? That's just it should go that way. That's how it works.
It's a coach with 2 sons on the same team.
That's pretty.
So if his daughter is the first female football player, she'll be Miss Pac-Man Jones.
Yep, she'll be Miss Pac-Man Jones. That's good color.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it is cool to see what Prime is doing with a Colorado team that really nobody thought about, nobody gave a shit about, and in a day and age where it's all about the ACC and SEC and getting your NIL deals and stuff like that, Prime is taking these lower schools and seeing if he can bring them to the top.
Yeah.
It was a kind of a surprise when I heard he was going to Colorado.
I thought so too.
It caught me off guard.
Yeah, and there's been people on record saying that that he let that school down, and he's not doing diligence and stuff like that. But no, he made that school, and he brought that school out.
What,
to
Jackson
the forefront.
State? Yeah, they were nothing. No one even knew what the hell Jackson State was. The Dolphins had a Jackson State football player on their team all off season, who I believe got picked up on someone else's squad. He's, again, what are we talking about here?
Yep.
It's just, I love seeing it. Like, I can't wait to see more games. I'm pretty sure they're going to be at Washington State University this year, which is like far as hell from where I live. But
yeah, that's going to be a game though. Washington State should beat the hell out of them. But if they don't,
I wish they were coming to Seattle to play UW, but they're not. They're going to play
Sound.
Yeah. They'll be in Oregon, but the University of Oregon is at the bottom of Oregon. I'm at the top of Washington, so I'm not going to that game. It's like an 8-hour drive from here.
So you're closer to Vancouver than you are to Oregon?
Oh, yeah, Vancouver, Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we might spring for the TFTG helicopter.
Not much closer. But yeah, I'm definitely closer. It's a hike to get all the way down to the border to Oregon or to Portland. It's a long ass drive, and Vancouver isn't that far. It doesn't seem like it. It's not. But
you can get there a lot easier.
Yeah.
You about ready for the next one?
Let me see. Yeah. Yeah.
Shake just in time.
Yeah, this game, man. This game surprised the hell out of me. I didn't know the way they did.
Did you know there's somebody on this network called The Game?
You?
Yeah. I called the game this Saturday, baby. That Saturday, I called the game, man. I'm like I said, every game except for Charlotte and Vanderbilt. Who the hell wants to see Vanderbilt? I'm going to be calling every Gator game except for those 2 games.
Well, if you lose to either one of those teams, it'll be your fault for not calling the game.
Not calling.
Oh, man.
No, this was an amazing game. I got to watch some of this game. I was thoroughly impressed on the way the Gators handled Tennessee.
And it looks like a real Gators team. Like, that's when the Gators have won championships, or even made it to the SEC championship. This is how they were winning games. Like, serious, like crazy defensive plays and a lot of touchdowns. So I don't know what this says about them. I don't know what it says about Tennessee, but we're looking really, really good compared to how we looked against Utah.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, is it me? Like I said, I don't care what nobody says. That Tennessee coach looks like Bobby Hill.
What's his name?
Who's
Tennessee's head coach name?
You talking about Bobby Hill on King of the Hill?
Yeah. Dang it, Bobby.
Josh Hoople. I thought it was some. I thought his name was
something else. Bobby.
Damn it, Hoople. Yeah. damn it, Hoople. He does a.
Are you the boys that were whacking off in my camper?
That's the Beavis and Butthead version of
it's the Beavis and Butthead.
Right. That's that was Mr. Anderson. That was Mr. Anderson.
Like when he actually was all shaky.
Mm-hmm. But that was a great game though.
So after that win on the AP top 25, it puts the Gators at 25.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think that's fair enough to keep them at 25.
But it's crazy. They're at 25 with a 2-1 win. The Canes are at 20 with a 3-0 win. Yeah. And right above them is Colorado.
Yeah, because Colorado's out there fucking getting it.
But getting it, but who have they played? I mean, this is the thing.
I don't know. I don't know their
okay,
schedule.
so they well, I guess look, they beat TCU.
They're in the Pac-12.
They beat Nebraska and they beat Colorado State.
Wasn't TCU?
TCU was ranked 7th.
They were just
17th.
Yeah, but weren't they just in the national championship against Georgia? That was TCU. Was that TCU this season or last season?
That was 2 years ago, I think.
Okay,
but yeah,
still,
yeah.
That's not that long ago. They could have same players on there. I absolutely believe, especially after that win. Yeah, but especially after the win on Saturday, to come back and tie it and then win in overtime.
The Canes have only beaten Texas A&M. The other two teams are Miami, Ohio, and Bethune-Cookman. So those were more gimmies. All right, so maybe the rankings are correct.
As a matter of fact, they're playing the number 10 team this weekend. They're playing Oregon. Colorado's playing Oregon, number 10 Oregon. So we'll see.
Yeah, now if they win that one, then they're gonna probably
they're gonna shoot up the charts.
Yeah, they'll be like 9 or 8.
Capitan, did they still have us at 22?
No, you guys are 20. 20.
Oh, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
20, like the 2-0 Dolphins.
Yeah, because I think we beat up on Bethune with our number 2 quarterback. I think. I don't think DVD even played.
Yeah, and then look, Canes have Temple, which they should handle the hell out of them. Georgia Tech, which for whatever reason has given us troubles.
Oh,
North Carolina.
I'm going to that game on Saturday too.
Which one?
The Washington versus California.
Oh, what?
Yeah, DTA says he's going to be there.
I'm going to that game. I bought tickets.
Oh, no shit. DTA, you going to be at that game? Well, y'all should make out now. No, I'm just kidding.
No. This isn't.
Goodness.
No, that's
you took it to a whole other level there.
Dude,
oh, man. Hey, by the way, 9:30, man. 9:30 at 12 o'clock.
You don't understand that joke.
It's a fucking old joke. It's fucking funny as hell. Tom, where were we when we first threw that on a couple of people, bro?
No, all right. So look, there's these, and they're my favorite places to go. I was at one when I was doing the podcast in Lake Worth. I was at one of those bars. Okay, it's where they sell kava and kratom, and the atmosphere is, I'll say, a little alternative to other bars and stuff. And I told
it's a mishmash of fucking weirdos.
I told Cap before we went in there, I said, look, you might see something that you're going to laugh at or make fun of immediately. Okay? I said, I'm just letting you know.
Is it a bunch of left coast nuts sipping out of paper straws, bro?
But no. But it's me and Cap, though. We make fun of everything all the time. So I was just warning him that there's probably going to be something in here that's going to make it so as soon as we're not even in there for 1 minute, dude.
Oh, dude, nothing gets by me, bro.
Minute, dude. And fucking these two guys come in. One comes in from the front door. One comes in from the back door. And all right. So they walk up to each other. They do some weird handshake thing, and then they both get on their knees and do another handshake, and then they stand up. And I'm like, and I look at him, or I look at Chris, like I was looking at Saint, and I'm all like, all right, now make out after doing all that.
Yeah. It's cooked them. Yeah, bro.
Oh man, no, but for real though, I love those. That's what I should open one up here in Seattle because kava and kratom would go really well with the city.
You say condoms?
Kava and kratom.
Oh, okay.
Kava and kratom.
Shake Money's mind is in the gutter.
No, I heard condoms. That's what I'm like. What the hell kind of place is that?
They got bars all over West Palm, St. Pete.
They're everywhere around.
Delray.
Well, I mean, Seattle, you got
no, this was in Lake Worth color.
All in the same joint,
This was in Lake Worth color. This is right around the corner from you.
That's where I was when I texted y'all and told Color to come out.
Yeah,
that's the closet.
Where he was.
That's what I was saying. Is it a bunch of left coast nuts sipping on paper straws, man?
No, we don't even need straws. That's the thing. You just don't even need the straw.
By the way, Color's glass straws.
Yeah, they're drinking out of paper straws out of plastic cups.
We got more formaldehyde in the straw than.
Yeah, stainless steel's the way to go.
I like mine out of a lead chalice.
like the Romans.
Like
the Romans.
Lead chalice.
Yeah, lined with copper.
Yeah. Gives me quite the headache, but
copper straw.
My memory's been slipping ever
my
since.
skin's starting to turn a little blue, but
Yeah, I started getting a little bit of blue skin.
I'm not even really worried about
that. Would be that would be the colloidal silver.
Yeah, yeah, silver.
In there too.
The body doesn't metabolize silver; it just adds it to your skin pigment.
Right.
It helps. It's good for the UV rays.
It's true. It's true.
Oh man, so I don't even know what we were talking about.
We'll become real life avatars.
Yeah. So okay. So this, I just Google searched. I just said sports news, and this came up. So, it mentioned. So let me actually just go to the link to them. So it says, good chance Congress will pass NCAA supported NIL bill. Depends on which senator you ask. So they're just going through this bill that is in circulation currently, and some of it has to do with if players who are getting paid should also get free admission or
free tuition
and so there's so many ways to look at this, and there's what kind so I was just going through all the different scenarios. Like, let's say a student who is only going to college so he can get to the NFL, or a student who is playing football so he can go to college, right? There's a difference between a 4-year player and a 1 or 2 year player. So that's something that's, part of this scenario. And then there is, if the player is getting paid, but he's not getting tuition, and he's going to a school where it's, tens of thousands of dollars a year, maybe more, to get a degree, how is that not just the same as just paying his tuition if he has to pay a whole lot of money to go to college? So is that being factored in too? But I know that they're looking at both of them, where you get paid and you get tuition.
Well, here's the thing: if you're making $2 million a year, you don't need a scholarship.
Yeah,
but is that $2 million a year for 4 years, or is it for 1 year?
No.
You're so good, you're going to the NFL.
Well, here's the thing: you break down the NIL. Let's say, for instance, if somebody's getting like $10 million, they're not getting $10 million 1 year. They're getting $10 million throughout their college career. So you know what I'm saying? They're breaking that down just like the pros. So either way, there's people that are making $1 million a year. That does two things. Number one, you could easily pay for your college tuition that way, and number two, that opens up a scholarship place so you could get better recruits on your team.
Yeah, in other words,
you only have so much.
All I know is it sounds like there's a lot of old people that want to get in on all these young people trying to make $1 finally. I get it, and to me, they're more concerned about who's making too much money rather than they should be concerned about how these young people that are 17, 18, 19 years old are going to be doing with hundreds of thousands of dollars in their hand. That's something I think they should concern their efforts a little bit more, as far as if you are getting in this, you have to take at the school that you're doing these type of curriculums, so you understand management of money, you understand, credit, you understand stuff like that, stuff they don't educate you on because they want you to lose all your money. They should be doing
that before you even get to the college level.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
they don't crypto. They don't teach you anything in high school about credit or nothing like that. They want you to be a dumbass and lose all your money and live freaking hand to mouth. So
I mean, I wouldn't have pursued a bachelor's degree if I didn't get grant money. I also took out loan money too, but I did have a lot of grant money that helped me achieve a bachelor's degree, and I wouldn't have done it without it. So I know how helpful it is to get FAFSA and grant and Pell and anything that comes for free, and how important it is to be able to have loans also. But what about athletes who aren't making a lot of money? What if it's like softball or volleyball or swimming, out-of-state tuition? Because when I was in college, if you failed a class more than twice, you had to pay out-of-state tuition. So you could take the class as many times as you want, but it's going to be triple the price every single time. But a lot of college athletes who are going to college on scholarships aren't failing any classes. So does that pertain? Maybe not. But there is a lot that goes on with this. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I understand how helpful it is to get grant money. But obviously, if you're making $1 million, you can afford to go to college. I mean, to pay for college. But
okay, what about the kid who's a millionaire who doesn't need grant money and doesn't need to get paid for that matter? But the other kid who comes from inner city, raised by his uncle, you know what I'm saying? And they have nothing. And now he's going to make some money for, with his NIL deals. And you're like, well, you don't need your scholarship or grant stuff. Now he's paying, goes down his rookie year, loses his scholarship, loses the money, and you fuck them out of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. There's got to be better litigation to something like this. I'll be paying attention to see how the man screws the little guy out of this thing.
In that situation, they get a fixed amount, though, right?
One thing though that you're describing is Josh Rosen. It's like Will Smith said, "Look, man, we're rich. You're not. Their parents are rich, but they're not rich." You know what I'm saying? That's why they're going.
I beg to differ, bro. There's very few parents that don't help their children. They're going to help them buy a house. They're going to help them get an 800 credit score because they got money.
Yeah, but they're not going to use their money.
Oh, no, they're not? Whose money are they going to use?
Their son. That's why their son went to school. If their
I got you, Shake, but you're fooling yourself if you think the rich don't stay rich by helping their children. What they don't want is some kid sucking them dry, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe somebody wants that. But,
I know I do. Right. Anyway, that's another story.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you brought up injury because I mean, I haven't read the bill myself. I don't know how many pages it is, but does it address injuries? Like, if, all right, I sign $1 million contract, I get injured. What now? What is it? Is it career ending? What kind of injury is it? Does that factor into this bill? We don't know, but
yeah, is the school able to just kick you out and break their contract now?
At the same time, though, this is going to happen anyways. So, because the free for all that got open with this, with the portal transfer and the NIL.
That's another thing I'm thinking of. And then the same aspect with the team that says, look, here's your NIL deal for this year and next year, and they work out these numbers and stuff, and then the kid goes in the transfer portal, which I mean, there's just it's going to get muddy. They got to get it figured out, because the way I look at it is there's going to be young folks with lots of money, and no one's considering how it's going to negatively affect them. They're only considering where their piece of the pie is coming from and how everyone's going to be a beneficiary of good things. I'm more concerned of the negative aspects of what's going to happen.
Well, that's a loophole that they're going to have to close. The people that got money, they're still exploiting the system for scholarships and money.
Well, that's what they're called boosters. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're less exploiting it now. They're less exploiting it now. Like, listen, I tell my son, I'm like, look, you get great at football, you might get a scholarship. Shit, son, you play on the team, you're going to get money. You're going to be able to get paid. Who knows? I mean, he's 10 years from now, and he's in college playing football, God willing, he could be making
he could get $100,000 freaking contract to go to college.
Tons and tons of money. And what, now he's going to go, yeah, you made all that money, but you got to give it all back to the school. How about fuck yourself?
But then he's put in a different tax bracket. That one, so after his taxes.
He earned it at that point, Cap. Why would you giving it back?
But the schools are talking about not giving those kids scholarships, and schools are expensive as shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If you go to school for a 4-year deal, you're spending $1 million now.
But it's got to be a way where if you get injured, then you get your scholarship back.
Well, here's the thing. This is how I would wrote it. Then I tell you what, if you're gonna take away my scholarship, you got to guarantee me the money.
I mean, that sounds.
Yeah, that will be a good compromise too. Or if I get injured and I can't get the money, you got to give me a full ride.
Something. There's got to be ways.
I mean, they probably already have something like that set up. I mean,
there's going to be a new crop of a lot.
But this is going through like legislation in the government. This isn't this is different.
For every give me, there's a gotcha.
Yeah.
Look, it's just like, all right. It's just like when guys have a representative like Drew Rosenhaus. When Drew Rosenhaus is your representative, you get contracts because there's a game being played beneath the shadows. When you're representing yourself, the media machine turns against you and villainizes you.
What an idiot.
And it's just the truth, man. So I don't know. I don't like disparities amongst peoples. Everyone's an equal individual in my eyes, and I don't like motherfuckers, got their hands out or hands in your pockets. And there's a lot of young kids going to make a lot of money, and they're going to be writing their names on paper that they don't fully understand. And there's going to be the sharks are circling to take everything from young people that should come out with a bunch of money and a college education, and they could come out with no education and fucking debt. And that's going to piss me off.
Yeah, that's why the degree I chose. I specifically chose this degree that I have because I knew I would always be able to get a job and I wouldn't have no problem in the future with a career. I looked at what I saw some other people get degrees with and they're not using their degree. And I was like, that sounds terrible. Like,
what a
that
terrible
sounds
investment.
Awful. To spend all that time, effort, and money and you don't use your degree. Like the time and effort I put into it, there's no way I could do it for something that I didn't believe in.
There is good things about college because there's a networking aspect where you meet people.
Well, it makes you well-rounded too.
Obviously, but there's also a big networking aspect where this person and that person go on to other things. And when you're in the job market, you have friends in different places doing different things. Say you went to school to be, a nurse practitioner. Well, you know what? You just hated being in hospitals, hated hospital stuff. And you got a buddy who, got his construction management degree and you went and transferred over into construction because you know somebody. Because it ain't no different anywhere, man. It's not what you know, but who you know. Yeah. But there's also something I'm leery about is all this money for all these young people. There's going to be new sports management organizations that are looking to just gobble up as many of these third, fourth, and fifth string kids and take a piece of their money when they don't need them. But they're going to make it so muddied in the water with these contracts that if you don't have somebody that has your best interests in mind and paying them, you're going to get screwed from the school. You're going to get screwed from the state. You're going to get screwed from whatever you got going on. And it's just a weird thing, man. It's a good thing. But like everything with balance, all this good is going to be counterbalanced with a lot of bad. And so it's called
bringing home the bait. It's called pork.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing I want to bring up real quick about college that's very underrated is another reason why a lot of college kids are successful is because it's just like with me with the Finn's Tailgate Network. That's why I like it here is because I'm hanging around a lot of like-minded individuals that have one common goal, and that's with college. When you go to college and you surround yourself with the right people in college, the goal-driven, the go-getters, you're gonna become like them. And I think it's who you surround yourself with as well, man. If you surround yourself
environment.
With exactly.
There's nature and nurture, and nature is 80%, nurture's only 20%. Your environment is super important. So you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh.
So you gave me one little thing on this, but I put a little bit more on there, and we're going to really dig into this.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, Monday Night Football cursed.
What, has he gotten injured before on Monday Night Football?
No, but we're going to talk about it. Go ahead and talk about the Nick Chubb thing, and then I'll get on to
I just
the other
wanted
part.
to I don't know, say that I'm wishing him well. It's I don't know how much the turf had to do with his injury, but it was very recent to the podcast Ali and I had about turf. And now turf is being mentioned in sports news, fake turf, AstroTurf, whatever type of turf it is, outside of being real grass. If that has anything to do with his injury, and just the injury alone, I don't know. I almost thought they were going to cancel the game. like Captains and Hapes. I was like, well, because they did it.
I would have been pissed.
I know you would have. That's why I was thinking about you.
So here's the deal. The last 4 Monday night games have had catastrophic injuries. We had this game with Nick Chubb with a catastrophic injury. We had last Monday night's game with Aaron Rodgers.
To us another lower injury.
Yeah.
What were the other two? What were the other two?
You're right, Cap.
The Aaron Rodgers was injured.
Oh yeah,
the Monday night before.
Season ending, yep.
Dating back to last year on Monday night. Yeah, dating back to last year on Monday night, DeMar Hamilton got injured. That was on a Monday night with his heart that they did call that game. Also, Kyler Murray ended his season on a Monday night game. There is something going on with these Monday night football games where catastrophic injuries are happening to key football players.
It can't be like what we would say would happen in a Thursday night game where it was too early or not enough rest time. So,
well, concussions tend to happen a lot. If you look at Thursday night football, concussions are so much higher on a Thursday night football than it is on regular football Sundays.
So, ask Tua.
Yeah, he's not the only one. There's a lot of concussions on Thursday night last year. But I want to say the quarterback for Steelers was on Thursday night when he got his concussion too. Yeah, but there is some weird conspiratorial. It's like the Madden curse. It's now the Monday Night Football curse. So I believe the Dolphins play on Monday night. Do we play a Monday night?
That's not until Titans. That's in December. So that's gonna suck because if that curse strikes us, that's late in the season. If it's to a key player, that's our season.
Well,
I don't know.
Let's never bring that up again.
Well, it's something making its way around social media as people are noticing it. It is something a lot of people are talking about right now. And, the NFL's got to get it figured. Like,
I hope it's not a curse. That's like the NFL's got a game.
They got a case of the Mondays. I used to say this about Kirk Cousins because he kept losing on Monday nights. I was going to do a meme where it shows the lady from Office Space and be like, you got a case of the Mondays? Maybe that's what the NFL has happened.
I love that.
Sit Tua for that game.
Yeah. Veteran rest day. You know what? Safe. It's not going to matter come that Titans game because the Dolphins are going to have the AFC sewed up with the number 1 seed by then. We're going to go on a 14-game rip.
You're forecasting a very bad collapse for the rest of the conference.
No. Tua's just going to – it's not going to collapse. Just the Dolphins are going to rack off 14 in a row.
I mean, they're being ranked pretty high in the top 5 of the NFL right now.
They're number 1 offense in the NFL right now. Tua, with only the 10th highest attempts, is number 1 in passing yards right now. Crazy, right? He's only got the 10th highest in attempts, where like the guy who's number 2 in passing yards, which is Kirk Cousins, he's number 2 or number 1 in attempts. So you're like, okay, obviously you get the most passing yards when you get the most attempts. No. So he has 75 attempts over the last 2 weeks, and he's got 700 and something fucking passing yards. Tua's going to break 5,000. He keeps this shit up. That shit will be crazy. But yeah, 5, man, this Monday night football curse is something that has fans' attention. And I'll tell you what, next Monday night game, somebody key goes down with a big injury. Everyone's going to be like, oh, that's it. It's cursed. It's done now because this will be 5 in a row. This will be 5 in a row.
But it's not always with 2-game Monday nights.
No, it's not.
Even though these past 2 weeks have been, the last 2 of last season were not 2-game Monday nights.
No, they weren't. But they are wanting to do that more.
They need to cancel that second game.
I don't know how I feel about it.
No purpose. I don't see the purpose.
Because it was on at like 4:30 here. You know,
I mean,
so
why
it's
have
like
them
it's
an hour
hard.
apart? You can't
Like, I
really
can
watch
have it on
both
as-
games.
I can have it on as background music, but I'm still working.
Yeah,
But
the NFL doing themselves a disservice.
I mean, what are they gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, I know they've done it often. Once a year, they did it. I think every beginning of the season they always had 2 games, but this is the first season I've noticed that they had 2.
They would have
weeks of
they
2
would have a
games.
couple of Monday night games every year. It wouldn't be
But
every
that's at
Monday
the back
night
end
back
of the
in the
season,
day.
though.
I do know that back
Only
in
in
the
the
day it
beginning.
was if there was a Monday night game, you could count Dan Marino's ass on that Monday night. That's for
Oh,
damn
hell
sure.
yeah.
They wanted
Yeah.
the show and the lights.
Oh
We
yeah.
had
They wanted the show and the lights.
a whole bunch
Bring
of Monday
on
nights.
bring on the
Marino.
gangster.
I think
Hell
we
yeah.
played the most out of any team. Us and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Us, the Steelers and Cowboys were the most.
Yep.
Raiders too.
Yeah, that game was crazy too. The Steelers, the way they won.
Yeah,
right
Oh,
after,
man.
fumble
and
recovery
right
for a
after the head
touchdown.
coach said, you know, he wants to get back to Steeler football, and they have 2 defensive touchdowns. That's Steeler football and a half.
Funny enough, the Steelers never got inside the 30-yard line on offense and still won that game. So
Right.
they never got into the red zone the entire game, yet they still won.
Yep.
Not just the red zone, they were 10
That
yards
was an
out.
ugly
That's
game.
amazing.
Gosh, both those games.
You want to talk about winning ugly or winning in any fashion? We bragged on our game winning in any fashion. That Steeler game was typical, winning in all means necessary.
I mean,
Steelers
2 defensive
didn't-
scores, a 70-yard touchdown, and what else they had? A bunch of field goals. All phases. Ridiculous.
Yeah. What's crazy is with the Nick Chubb injury, I predicted it. Because to me, that team has rode Nick Chubb to death. He has been their number 1 offensive
But that
weapon,
was kind of a
hands
dirty
down.
hit, though. I'm surprised that guy.
I don't
didn't
know
get
if it was dirty
suspended.
because if you look, he was getting hit
He
from
dove
behind.
at the man's leg.
Yeah, I guess. Well, whatever. But to me, Nick Chubb was going to go down at some point in this season. When we were doing our fantasy football draft, I was like, nah, I ain't drafting Nick Chubb. He's going to go down this year. I could just tell. That team has too much talent, offense and defense, and they got a lot to prove with that quarterback. And if they're going to try to get away with another season like they did last year, just handing the ball off to Chubb freaking 30 times a game, it ain't going to happen. And that's what happened. So it was an ugly hit. It was ugly.
They got a call by Hunt.
By the way, Miami Dolphins are 43-43 on Monday nights.
They're what?
Man,
43 and 43?
43 and 43.
86 games on Monday night. Ooh.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a lot of
So
Monday
they're
night.
500. They're exactly 500.
Oh, so
Yeah.
43 wins and 43 losses, not
Yeah.
43 out of 43.
Yeah, I was like, we would know that. We would have known. I was like, I don't know why I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, damn, bro. We own Monday's my day, bitch.
I know.
No, 43 and 43.
Right.
I got you.
There was a
So,
stat about the Cowboys a few years ago. They were like 280 and 280 since their last Super Bowl. Something like that.
Oh, they record?
Yeah. They were like 8 and 8.
I don't recall them having that many losing seasons after Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, I know, but it was definitely a stat. It was a few years ago though, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is still, but I remember I talked about it. I was telling a couple people about it. 'cause I
What's
thought
the
it was
Steelers
hilarious.
record? Shake Money.
The Steelers, they are 56 and 31 and 1.
So they have a higher percentage.
And I'm guessing that tie probably
Winning
came to like the Bengals, right?
Probably.
Right.
They didn't say that.
I've never seen a tie game. How many timeouts does it require to go to a tie?
It just has to end. They're
This
double
gotta end,
overtime
yeah.
and never
This
no one
expire
ever
with nobody
scores.
kicking a field goal or score.
Yep. I
You get
remember
like a full quarter.
Because the Colts had a tie game at the beginning of like I think 2 seasons ago. Was it the Colts and Atlanta? Yeah, because when they were 1-1-1, Atlanta was 1-1-1. It was like 2 or seasons ago. And it was.
No, the Giants
it
and
was
the
crazy.
Commanders tied either last year or the year before. That's how they almost made the playoff. That's how the Commanders have made the.
The 2-0 Commanders.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you talk about this, Tongue, but did you talk about the 4 Gators that were suspended?
No, I didn't know about him.
Yeah, because of the fight they got into Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Players got suspended. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
I
it
remember
before
that.
the game?
That offensive lineman got suspended for sure. He threw his dukes up and everything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Was it during the game?
Yeah, during the game. It was like towards the end.
I was doing laundry that day, so I was distracted.
Yeah, they got 4 players got suspended. We're playing Charlotte, so who cares?
Charlotte.
Yeah, that's what we're playing this Saturday.
I thought you were playing Temple. Oh no, that's the
Charlotte. There's a football team in Charlotte.
It's called Charlotte. I know it ain't Port Charlotte, but it's Charlotte.
Interesting.
I'll be at that game if that was.
I wonder if they play where the Panthers play.
Oh, you're going to that game?
No. If it was in Port Charlotte, I'd be going to that game. But no.
They probably play where the Panthers play, because that's where the Panthers stadium is, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Charlotte. So, say la vie. But I will be calling the Kentucky game, 9:30, 12 o'clock.
That's going to be good because I think we lost the past 2 seasons to Kentucky.
Yeah, we did.
I'm gonna have game.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my bottle of Jack Daniels too. I don't drink whiskey, but I'll make exception that day.
I'm just nervous about Georgia though.
Look at Roy Munson's back.
Yeah, you tell him, Roy. He's like, I came on here just to tell you that. Let you know that I know.
Dolphins fans are thugs. I love that movie.
With the silent T.
Oh, that was funny. Mark, I was on Larry K's channel. He goes, well, what did you guys think of the incident? I already spoke on it. And Color was like, Shake already spoke on it. Just rewind. And he's like, well, I went to the Bills and Steelers games and no violence took place in that game.
And Color's like, yeah, Deshaun Watson was violent with the ref, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You know what? A little update on what they're talking about, Tonk. Mm-hmm. There was at the Dolphins-Patriots game, there was a fight and between the Dolphins fans and Patriots fans, and the Patriot fan that lost the fight ended up losing his life. He died from heart complications. Now, a lot of people think, hey, you get into a fight, you kill somebody, that's immediate manslaughter.
Yeah.
It's immediate manslaughter. But eyewitnesses of other Patriot fans have come out saying that guy who was the Patriots fan got up out of his seat that was rows away and came up around to get over there for the confrontation and threw the first punch. So we'll see how it comes out in the end. There's plenty of footage and there's plenty of eyewitnesses, and self-defense is self-defense. Self-defense is self-defense. We know, Roy.
What that redneck did. You mean your hair on your top? Your
Wait, you're ashamed of the guy that punched a Pats fan in the face? I mean, listen. Here's the thing. I grew up going to Dolphins games. Fighting in the stands was half the reason you liked going. It was a good old scuffle, little fisticuffs out there. You can't fight no more. So many cops. God, can't even get punched in the face anymore and have a good time.
I guarantee you that fan
for this country, fellas.
I guarantee you that fan he got into a fight with doesn't feel good right now.
Oh no! I mean, nobody feels good if you freaking punch somebody and they lose their life. You're not like, yeah, I got the hardest punch on the earth. You're like, damn.
The dude had to have known he had some kind of heart problem. Like you don't just get up and all of a sudden have a heart problem. Like
you got pre-existing conditions.
Like he probably has COPD. He's probably uses something to sleep with at night. But I'm just saying, like if you got up and walked over there and started shit and you die, I don't know.
It sucks, man.
Everyone knows the absolute what you're playing with. In a street fight, there ain't no rules. You get knocked out, that don't mean they're gonna stop hitting you. You know what I'm saying?
Or like, I mean, I don't know who provoked it, but when I go to, specifically if it's a Seahawks game, college isn't too, they don't get too cocky at college. But if I go to a Seahawks game, even preseason, I'm not wearing all Seahawks gear. Like if I have my Florida jersey on or something, I get a good amount of heckling, but you just gotta know how to take it and
you just move through.
Dish it out.
But if you were gonna sit there and square off and throw punches, then you've known what the deal is too. Like, I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm not saying it sucks the guy fucking died. It's terrible.
Wasn't there?
But like,
I don't know if I heard a story that someone fell.
It's not like he stabbed that guy to death. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he choked him and fucking it was holding him.
Did it happen after? It happened in the stands.
In the stands, in the top 300 level, in the end of the fourth quarter. So that's what.
So it was after the game when he died?
No, it was still during the game. But they brought the defibrillator out right away, and
that happened during the game.
During the game in the fourth quarter, towards the end of the game, they got into a scuffle. And
what the hell was I doing?
I don't know. You weren't there for the Florida game.
I did not see. I just got back in town.
It wasn't shown on the game. It wasn't shown in the game or anything like that. This is all after reporting and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was watching the game. I didn't see it either.
Surprised. I guess it might not be on TikTok because the person died, but
it's on Twitter and shit.
Almost every football fight that happens ends up on TikTok or Instagram Reels.
Yeah, it's out there. You'll see it. The video of the fight is super non-legible. So there is a thing going around by Patriots fans that are demanding.
I was 4 sections away from it.
That Tyreek Hill pay for this guy's funeral stuff because the guy who hit him was wearing a Miami Dolphins Tyreek Hill jersey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's just the stupidest thing, man.
Yeah, the fact that we even know somebody said that is just ridiculous.
I know, but that's just, can you expect nothing less from Patriots fans looking to capitalize off of a sad situation like the pieces of shit that they are?
Whoo! Tell us how you really feel.
No, this is a family show.
Not at night, it's not. That's why we do it at night. That's why we do it at night.
Fucking right, we do.
That's it. Let me see.
People get out of hand. People just when I went to the Seahawks preseason game, there was this dude. He was a Cowboys fan, and he was telling he kept going around like this and saying "be quiet" to all the Seahawks fans. I forgot what I said back to him. I forgot, but like every time we scored or something, or we got ahead of them, I made sure to yell real loud. I'd be like, "Oh, I forgot to be quiet," just to try to antagonize the guy even more. But he was pushing it. Like he was like giving daps to people walking up and down the freaking stair rail. Like I was like, this guy's gonna get into it with somebody, but they didn't. I don't know if it was a regular season game, it might have been a little different on him.
So I got the article right here from CBS NFL Sports. Patriot fan who died after medical event in Gillette Stadium was punched by Dolphins fan, witnesses say. So here's the full article. A man died after suffering an apparent medical event, in quotation marks, in the stands during the fourth quarter of the New England Patriots versus Miami Dolphins game Sunday night in Gillette Stadium, according to Boston 25 News. The man, Dale Mooney, from Newark, New Market, New Hampshire, was sitting in the 308/309 section when the incident happened. EMTs showed up and rushed to the 53. Rushed to the 3. Damn, Crypto, this is right by you. Did you see this happen,
I was
Crypto?
4 or 5 sections away. No, I didn't see it personally, but I was in the area.
Oh, damn, you were there.
Are the cops looking for you, Crypto?
My section was 315.
It was Crypto that punched the guy.
For me.
Is Crypto the fucking assailant?
Crypto's like, God damn
No way
it.
in hell.
Yeah.
All right, so let me finish.
The guy said, Crypto, you're jealous because we got DVP.
That's it. Crypto lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto said, fuck your kava.
So EMT showed up and rushed the 53-year-old to Memorial Hospital in Attleboro, Massachusetts, where he was pronounced dead just before midnight. On Monday, a fan came forward and stated he witnessed Mooney and several fans getting into a fight during the game. It was unsettling for sure, Joe Kilmartin, a fan who witnessed the confrontation, told WCVB Channel 5 Boston. He basically grabbed another fan and they started tussling around for a few minutes. At one point, another Dolphins fan walked over and punched the man, and he just went out. It was pretty hard to watch. So
he was trying to stick up for the dude.
So that what it sounds like to me is that this guy Mooney and several other fans were getting into it, and that they were starting the confrontation. He basically, in the quotes from the eyewitness, says he basically just grabbed another fan and started tussling around for a few minutes, and then another Dolphins fan came over and socked him one. So Mooney's wife told Channel 7 News that it was the best of her knowledge. Mooney did not have a heart condition, but his father did have heart issues. Mooney was a dedicated Patriots fan and had been a season ticket holder for 30 years. Damn. Investigation and facts and circumstances into the man's death, including sequential events prior to the medical incident, are still being looked at. And this is coming from state police spokesperson and detectives. Detectives are reviewing videos and talking to people seated close to Mooney as part of the investigation. There are no charges currently in place. The chief medical examiner's office will be conducting a full autopsy into the investigation, standard protocol, according to the DA's office. There was another unrelated incident during the same game. A different man at the stadium suffered cardiac arrest and was saved by two off-duty firefighters doing CPR. What is going on in Gillette Stadium, motherfucking people? I mean, holy shit.
Yeah,
it's Tom Brady retired.
Fucking eating poutine and gravy and shit and fucking clam chowder and get out and do some cardiovascular activities.
It's the clam chowder.
It's just, yeah. It's.
I was warned about the clam chowder. I didn't have no clam chowder when I was there.
Because they eat the whole lobster, even the rectum.
Damn.
Damn. The rectum?
The rectum. Holy shit. Ugh.
They do. They eat the whole thing, dude. I'm like, even that part?
Damn. You got at least dissect it.
Listen up, Massachusettsians.
Like, I already
stop eating the rectums out of fucking crayfish. It's bad for your health.
Just come on, man.
Stop
just like can't even go to a fucking sports event without people dying.
Fraud dad's ass.
Stop eating the assholes out of all your food, bro. You're gonna live longer. Holy fuck, that was fucked up.
Oh, hey, by the way, you know what I found out, El Capitan?
What's up?
Scummy's a Gator fan.
No shit. For real? Or is he just Scummy?
For real. He was.
Who's Scummy? Is he in the chats?
No, he's usually in chats, but he's
that explains why he's a scum.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, with that name.
No, we're not gonna say anything about that. But yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but flip side fishing, I know how they get down. You got my point. They're fucking gravy all over everything they eat. So, oh man, they eat the assholes in their fucking
dude,
lobster,
they do.
bro.
You can see it's all like you can see the color of the
It's
tube.
not
and
lobster tail. That's a new meaning of lobster tails. They really eating their tails.
Hey, you know what that is? You know what they call that? You know what they call that up there? They call that a lobster salad.
Lobster salad, baby.
No, I've seen. I was like, oh man,
They call that the lobster salad. They be
meaning of
tossing
eating
it all
tail.
over that place. Oh man, that shit was funny, bro.
Damn.
Woo. Well, I mean, Tonk, we made it through a whole show almost without getting off the rails there, but you know, it
Shake's
never
got a
ceases to
restaurant named
amaze
after
me.
him up there. There's a restaurant named after Shake up there. It's called Shaky Crab.
Yeah, they serving booty hole up in that bitch or what?
Hell yeah. Actually, shaved crabs is something
Yeah.
that will happen to me after I visit Buffalo.
That's something every time you go up north, you gotta take care of that. You gotta shave your crabs.
Yeah, and get the shampoo.
Yeah. Right next to right connected to it is a $high shampoo place. Imagine that. Well,
oh man, by
guys,
the way, I can't wait for me and whatchamacallit, god damn it. Me and who's that? Michael K. We're gonna go one-on-one.
With what?
One-on-one what?
We're gonna debate Buffalo week. Me and Michael K.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. I mean,
you mean when
it's all fun. It's fun and games.
Week. It'll be good. Well, guys, that's it. That's all we got. Right? Did you get cause for cleats? Did you want to do a cause for cleats or nah? Fucking. It's all right. The boys do some in the morning sometimes, so they'll take care of it. But if you guys haven't hit the like button, you're probably not going to. You guys suck. We'll see you guys next time, right? Tomorrow.
Yep.
So
yes,
all right.
indeed.
Salute everybody. Hit the like button.
Salute.